Assalamu alaikum, my dear friends and fellows. How are you? I welcome you here on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends, look, every time we come across somebody who is a bit smart and a sharp mentally, we look upon them enviously and we want to become like them because obviously their mind is working better, so they are sharp as far their mind is concerned. They are sharp minded. So my dear friends and fellows, I think that there is a way to do that. Although overwhelming number of the people, they are of the view that either it is natural enough or it needs a lot of education. Only then somebody can become mentally smart. I think it's not true at all, because like every other area, like every other sector, scientific research is going on. Lot of research has been conducted in everywhere, in every department, in every sector of life, including this one, which is called psychology. So according to the latest research, I think it is quite doable that we can become mentally smart person without having a born a mind like that one, without going through lots of rigorous education. We can become a smart person, mentally smart person. There are certain tips too which we need to listen, which we need to understand, which we need to practice. And I think anybody and everybody who is practicing these 10 things, these 10 tips, are bound to become a mentally smart person. Let's look upon what are those 10 things one by one. First of all, it is embracing the power of curiosity. Embracing the power of curiosity. Curiosity matters and matters a lot. Look upon whatever kind of research has been done till now. The basis of all that, the motive of all that was the curiosity to know more and to know more. I'm not suggesting at all, and it's not doable for me and for you that we become a full time researcher. But what we can do is that whatever we are trying to do, whatever we want to do, we need to develop curiosity in those particular sectors, that so that we are better able to get more and more information, more and more knowledge, more and more wisdom on the subject. So that is the number one thing. Number two thing, the second thing out of the 10, that is make reading a daily ritual. Make reading a daily ritual. Reading matters and matters a lot, because reading, it is the work of the mind, and the mind, it get quite a good exercise because of the reading. I remember the one of the top television stars of Pakistan, late Tariq Aziz. He used to say that even if at all you find an envelope made by the newspaper on the ground, pick it up and look upon. If at all there could be any good information, there could be any good piece of writing upon it. So I think that reading does matter, and matters a lot for all those people who want to develop their mind. Reading does matter and matter a lot for all those people who want to develop their mind. Now the make reading a daily ritual. Now, the third thing is engaging in physical exercise. Yes, engaging in physical exercise. Now, people will be of the view that as for the physical exercise is concerned, it is only beneficial for the body. Yes, indeed, it is greatly beneficial for the body, but not only for the body, but for the mind as well. So it develops our mind, not only our body, but our mind as well. So my dear friends and fellows, I think that we need to do any type of whatever is more suitable for us. It could be walking, it could be jogging, it could be running, it could be gym, it could be yoga, it could be aerobics, it could be the weightlifting, it could be any type of physical exercise. The physical exercise does benefit every organ of the body, including that of the brain. So it is greatly beneficial. and now also because we can breathe better, because we can sleep better. So there are multiple benefits of the physical exercise. So it is the engaging in physical exercise. Now the number 4 is practicing mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness. What is this mindfulness? It is a state of mind achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feeling, thoughts and bodily sensation. So that is mindfulness used as a therapeutic technique. But here, if at all we want, if at all we try to put it simply, so it will be trying to focus on the present moment, trying to focus on the present moment, the power of now, the power of now. It is the mindfulness or the meditation, whatever we can do. I think we must be trying to do all that. It is practicing mindfulness. Now the fifth is embracing failure. Embrace failure. Failure. People are afraid of listening this thing. Why to fail? I'm not suggesting at all that we should intentionally and deliberately and fail, that we should sabotage and our own affairs. Not at all. But if at all we have failed for one reason or the other, if at all there was a failure, if at all there was a setback, if at all there was any sort of feeling of inadequacy, feeling inadequate in all of those things, I think there is a lesson, a very, very important lesson, sometimes several important lessons to learn. So, keeping in view all that, I think that we must not be ignoring, we must not be underestimating the power of the failure. So let's embrace, I mean, embracing the failure. If at all the failure is there, let's embrace it. Okay, take responsibility and decide to do better, resolve to do better, resolve to learn as much as we can out of that failure. So that is embracing failure. Now the sixth is taking care of your mental health. Taking care of your mental health. Many of the people are of the view that this mental health issue is so complicated, it is so tricky, it is so difficult that we can't do it. Actually, the most important thing, the most important thing ever, as for the mental health is concerned, it is our positive thinking. The more positive we are, as far our thinking is concerned, the better our mental health will be. So I think it is the mental health which should not be and must not be ignored at all. Mental health. Think positive and you will stay mentally healthy. And also, apart from thinking positive, we need to provide ourselves with enough amount of with the proper nutrition, and certain other needs are there as well. So there are certain videos of mine on the subject here on this channel. So here I can briefly say that it is the mental health which must not be ignored. Take care of your mental health. And now the seventh is limiting screen time. Limiting screen time mean what is taking place nowadays. People spend too much of their time on the computer and too much of the time on their television. Most of all that, if the people are spending time on their smartphone, it is the smartphone has become the biggest addiction of today. I think that is quite a lot necessary, but I think we need to minimize it, because since it has become not only for the sake of information, for the sake of entertainment, so much is available on the smartphone. It is very important. We need to minimize it, we need to contain it, so that its positive benefit could be availed and benefited from, but the negativity and the harmful effect should be avoided. So dear friends and fellows, minimize and contain the screen time. And now the next is, the eighth is that engaging in creative activities. Engage in the creative activities. How can we do that? Is it possible? Like some of the people are seen painting, another some of the people are doing any other thing, like playing this game or that game, the mental game, the puzzles. Now, apart from all that, there is a very beneficial, very simple way to do that, and this is that we should try to generate better and better options, regardless of what we are trying to do. We need to generate better and better options. We need to generate more and more options, and doing this thing alone, it will it will be engaging in creative activities. Now the ninth is cutting down on sugar, cutting down on sugar. Yes, this sugar apparently it is something harmless, but it is not good at all. As far our mind is concerned, if at all we want to stay healthy, if at all we want to become mentally smart, as for the sugar intake is concerned, it must be minimized. Not only for the diabetic, because the diabetics are the worst hit. Otherwise, everybody, I think that we need to minimize. We need to minimize the use of the sugar. And now the tenth and the last is getting enough sleep. Getting enough sleep. Sleep is the biggest ever restorative. As for the mind is concerned, sleep is the biggest ever restorative. So, keeping in view all that, I think we must be providing ourselves with enough amount of sleep, some 7 to 9, 7 to 8 hours, and that too. There should be a time for the bed to go to the bed, and there should be time to awake. It should not be like I have to complete 7 to 8 hours any time in 24 hours of. I think it's not right. There should be a specific time to go to the bed, and there should be a specific time to get up in the morning. So, dear friend, these are the 10 things. Now, I want to add one more thing, which is maybe more important than any other out of these 10. That is that no addiction, no drug abuse should be done here, because as far the drug abuse is concerned, as for any type of addiction is concerned, I think that is something the worst we can do with our mind, with our smartness. So these are certain things which I have presented in front of you, and this is the work of the research which has been recently conducted on how to become a mentally smart person. So that is something which is very beneficial for me, for you, for everybody who want to become a mentally smart person. That's all from me at the moment. Thank you very much.